If you've been scrolling through endless lists of ergonomic chairs, comparing a dozen models, and still aren't sure which one actually makes sense for your home office, this review is going to clear that up. I've spent the last few weeks testing a handful of high-back recliners, reading through the Amazon feedback, and trying to figure out which features truly matter when you sit for 8 hours straight. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's talk about the Kinnls Ennio Genuine Leather Massage Power Recliner. The first thing that struck me was the promise of a massage ventilation and heating combo built into a single chair. It sounds like a luxury spa for your back, but the real question is whether that suite of features actually translates into day-to-day comfort for someone who's juggling Zoom calls, spreadsheet crunches, and occasional gaming sessions. I'll walk through how it performs in those scenarios, who will get the most bang for their buck, and where the chair falls short. The Ennio is marketed toward the big and tall crowd, and that sizing really matters if you're taller than 6'2" or weigh over 250 pounds. The seat width is noticeably broader than a typical office chair, and the 5-star base provides a solid footprint that doesn't wobble when you shift around. When I first sank into the leather, the surface felt cool to the touch thanks to the ventilated seat design that pushes air through pockets in the cushioning. In a warm home office, that ventilation prevented the usual sticky feeling you get after an hour of sitting, especially during summer months. If you live in a cooler climate, the heating function becomes a handy perk. The temperature control lets you dial in a gentle warmth, which I found most useful during cold mornings when my spine stiffens before I even log on. The real selling point is the built-in massage motor. It offers 3 intensity levels, and the pattern focuses on the lumbar region, exactly where most of us store tension from hunching over laptops. I tried the low setting while drafting a proposal. The subtle pulsations were enough to keep my back from locking up, but I didn't notice any dramatic deep tissue effect. On the high setting, the motor was louder, and the vibrations were strong enough that I could feel my shoulders loosening, but the noise level might be a distraction if you share a small office with a teammate. For me, the best use case was a short, 10-minute massage after a long call, just to reset my posture before getting back to work. If you're looking for a chair that replaces a professional massage therapist, you'll probably be disappointed, but if you want a gentle reminder to move and stretch, it does the job. Durability is a key concern for any high-back recliner, especially one that promises to support heavier users. The frame is steel, and the 5-star base distributes weight evenly across the floor. I tested the recline mechanism by moving from an upright position to a fully reclined angle and back, repeating the motion a dozen times. The electric recline motor was smooth, and there was no noticeable lag or grinding. The chair also locks into the upright position if you need to stand quickly, which is handy when you have a meeting doorbell ringing. However, the leather upholstery, while genuine, does feel a bit prone to fingerprints. A quick wipe with a damp cloth restored its sheen, but if you're looking for a low-maintenance surface, you might prefer a fabric finish that hides smudges better. Now, who should actually buy this chair? If you spend the majority of your day at a desk, have a larger frame, and appreciate the added luxury of a warm seat and gentle massage, the Ennio is a solid investment. It's especially appealing for people who suffer from mild lower back fatigue and enjoy the occasional massage break without leaving their workstation. The ventilation and heating combo also make it a good fit for home offices that lack climate control, think basements or windowless rooms where temperature fluctuates. If you already own a decent ergonomic chair and only need a bit of extra cushioning, the added tech might feel overkill. On the flip side, there are clear reasons to skip this model. First, the price point sits higher than a standard ergonomic chair, so if budget is a primary driver, you might find a better value in a more straightforward mesh chair that still offers lumbar support. Second, the massage motor, while functional, does produce a noticeable hum at higher intensities. For open-plan offices or shared workspaces, that could be a source of distraction for colleagues. Third, the leather finish, as mentioned, requires regular cleaning to keep it looking fresh. If you have pets that shed or you're prone to spilling coffee, you'll end up wiping it down more often than you'd like. Finally, the chair's base is large, so you'll need ample floor space. Tight cubicles or small apartment workstations might not accommodate the 5-star footprint comfortably. Let's talk about the hidden trade-offs that often get missed in spec sheets. The ventilation system uses a series of tiny perforations in